Man, I love that. It is so cool to see kids stepping up and helping out and being calm. I always forget like how smart young kids are, but that kid did an incredible job. Okay, yeah, it is hot out. We know that, Jed. I never thought that I would think 90 is cool, like be looking forward to 90.
You know, it's all perspective, isn't it? You know, you get
right.
up near 103 enough, you kind of going, okay, we need it cooler. It starts to get irritating how hot it is out there.
Yes.
And you have that humidity, and so there goes Jordan. The heat index has been the story here the last several days, especially in East Oklahoma, where the heat index has been 110 to 115 in some spots. So really hot conditions there. Do see some 112s. Don't have any 115s that I can see specifically at the Mesonet sites, but it was a scorcher again yesterday around the metro, about 105 to you get to Kingfisher 110 there. So hot one again yesterday, and we'll keep that pattern going for at least another day or two before this cold front will start to make a move. If you watched yesterday or even the day before that, this thing is just parked. It has not moved much at all from near the Kansas border into the panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas. To the south of it, that south wind right there, a little bit more obvious. That's more of a southerly wind that's kind of holding that front up. It's not able to move down because the south wind's still pretty strong, but the pattern's starting to change. High pressure starting to move south, and that's going to allow for upper winds to start pushing this front on in. Now we'll start that change for the cooler as temperatures drop into the 90s as we head down the road here in the next 2 to 3 days. Right now, look at the forecast. We've got some rain in northwest Oklahoma, a big complex of storms. Saw that up in Kansas. And that's outflow from that is causing a few more storms up in northwest Oklahoma. Nothing severe there out of those, but a little bit of heavy rain possible. Rain and a few storms are possible across north and west parts of Oklahoma as we go into the morning hours. Right now, 76, south winds at 7 miles per hour. And we're going to heat it up again today. Make that 81 this morning, 103 for the high. And for the metro, I think we stay dry again today. We'll be near 96 at noontime. Southwest winds will continue. Those southwest winds are driving this really hot weather. That southwest wind's pulling that hotter air off the higher plains, and that's shoving that up into the states. That's allowing our temperatures to really sizzle. Okay, there you go. Temperatures right now, 70s, a few 80s around, still some mid to upper 80s. Those are just out of control lows. If you're not below 80, that's excessively warm for the morning hours. You can see 87 up at the Tulsa International Airport. That's normally a hot spot as far as temperatures go. That's on the north side of Tulsa. 83 Stillwater, 85 Ponca, and 81 currently in the Enid area. There's also a little wind. The winds are starting to turn around to a northerly direction there, up there in the far northwest part of the state. So that's allowing winds to be a little bit more gusty up where that complex of storms are. So a bit more windy there in northwest Oklahoma right now. Checking that heat zone as we watch it slowly diving south, and that's going to allow for a little pattern change, so a little air coming down there. That's going to allow for the air to not be as hot. Now, there'll still be some hot air, but it's going to, a lot of that's we're going to shove in the far west, southwest part of the state, and down into the deep south and west as we go into the weekend on into Monday. Hot also down in the southern plains and southern portions of the country as well. Here's your futurecast. Again, a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm around. That'll take you on into the afternoon hours today. Overnight tonight, a complex of storms will move down, and we'll start that pattern again with some of these overnight complexes of storms going into Saturday morning. Most of that will be up toward the north of Oklahoma City, although just a slight chance of a few storms there taking you into Saturday. And as well as Saturday night and Sunday, another complex comes down Saturday night into Sunday morning. Better chance for storms there. So if you're planning to do any camping, you're going to be out overnight Saturday night, that'll have an impact there. But that cold front will blow in as we go into Sunday. And as it moves in, that should allow for things to dry back out there for the day on Sunday. 90s, but mainly 100s again coming up for today. There's a chance for some severe weather, low chance, but northwest Oklahoma's area will be watching as we'll have a slight chance of some scattered showers and some storms there. Tonight, more storms expected, and those will be rolling across northern over into northeast parts of Oklahoma. And as we go into lows tonight, we'll bottom out near 70s, some upper 60s too. That'll be pretty nice. The 90s and 100s coming up into tomorrow as we go into tomorrow night. More chance of rain and storms during the evening. Some of those will be severe, and likely a chance of rain and storms Saturday night into Sunday as the next complex moves in, as highs drop to 92. There's your forecast. Again, we're going to drop it out of the 100s back into the 90s, even some upper 80s possible by Monday. Again, some overnight storms possible, kind of an active pattern heading our way.